What I do know is this is our last broadcast before the holiday break. Your Christmases, your Hanukkahs, your Kwanzas, your New Year's Eves, and your New Year's Days. We should be back with a Dripping Springs game right at the start of the new year. I think that's going to be on January 6th. Had my dates on this mixed up. Thought it was going to be on the 27th, but that is actually it's January 27th is when the next game is going to be against Lake Travis. That'll be at home. It was all screwed up. I was all mixed up. But now we're here. We're feeling good. I just happened to email their coach to alert him of my presence a little later than I would have liked to. But, no harm, no foul. We're all good. And they punished me by making it really hard to connect to the Wi-Fi here. But we're connected. We're good to go. We're on the air. It looks like we're holding strong. Announcer Jinx, cross your fingers. Hope you're all doing well tonight. My name is Jack Farrell. I'm joining you, as always, here on the broadcast this evening. I will be your host and your friend. I missed. We had it on air on Vype with Mr. Josh Blanche covering it. Do you know how long? I've been doing these games since pre-COVID. Do you know how long I've been waiting to call a game winner on the broadcast? I don't miss a lot of these. I'm here pretty much all the time. I think I've only missed 2 or 3 games in my several seasons here, and of course. All right. Well, and now we're back. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. But now we are back live, and look who it is at the bottom of the screen. The former point guard, Mr. Mike Wagner, along with Derek Armour. I bet he doesn't remember that I remember that face. But I never forget an athlete's face. I will forget a friend's face, a loved one's face, but never someone who plays basketball. It's a curse. Anywho, we are ready for the game. I'm going to go ahead and record locally just in case we have any more mishaps. But hopefully we don't. Anderson coming into this game a little bit short-handed as they are going to be without Mitchell Whitlow and Caden Williford tonight, as that's not a great sign for them, as Anderson runs a pretty short rotation, only 8 or 9 guys, and to have 2 of them out, including one of your starters, including one of your leading scorers, it's going to be tough to make that up. So Bennett Blackerby may set a UIL record for field goal attempts in a game, and he will need to, because you got to score points against a very good, very tall Lake Travis team. So they've got a lot of good players. Hudson Greer, Ethan Birchall going to be 2 of the bigger names to look at here this evening. It's a chilly day out in West Austin. Hope you're all doing okay if you've just tuned into the broadcast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you were already listening, I hope you're doing okay still.
Matchup between the Austin Anderson Trojans and your Lake Travis Cavaliers. Matchup between the Austin Anderson Trojans and your Lake Travis Cavaliers. Before we begin tonight, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
There you go. There win our starting lineups. We are live now. We've had a little bit of nonsense going on the broadcast, so hopefully we are good now. I think we are. It'll be Charlie DeShazo in to start for Mitchell Whitlow, who is in his warm-up over on the bench. The opening tip won by Campbell Duncan, as you will be hard-pressed to find a better guy in the city at jump balls. Unfortunately, only one per game in the high school ranks. As here's Bennett Blackerby going to step up, firing and hitting. Going to need a lot from one of the leading scorers here for Anderson. He's going to have to take over in a big way. Now on defense, here's Greer. That's a talented kid. He'll be playing at the next level for sure, at the highest level at D1. As here's a lob ahead to Campbell Duncan. No one got back. 5-0 Anderson in the early going. Now over across. It's Chudy into the corner to Simon Knuff. He kills his dribble at the elbow. A nice feed inside, and a layup is good for Teddy Tapkin. Anderson leads it. They've scored on their first 2 baskets of the ball game. Bennett Blackerby, the man with the ball at the top of the key, hitting a 3 his first of the ball game. 1 shot, 1 make for both him and Campbell Duncan. Here's Jackson Gill, going to need maybe a little bit of more output from him, as this one just out of the hands of Blackerby and onto the baseline. Now up ahead are the Cavaliers. It's Bennett Chudy with the ball back outside to Greer. They get it into the high post for 23, Teddy Tapkin. Greer going to lose it inside, knocked away. Bennett Blackerby comes up with it. He pushes into the front court, pass ahead to DeShazo. Charlie, his first bucket's good, and 3 starters into the scoring column already for Anderson. Minute and a half gone. Anderson is 3 for 3 from the floor. 7-2 ball game. Now over on the left side, it's Chudy. He's going to drive in, kicks it inside. Shot from the post is good from Simon Knuff, his first of the game. So a frantic pace to start this ball game. 7:30 tip-off time. A little bit earlier than we're used to. Normally we get 8 o'clock tip-offs for Anderson, but happy to start a little bit earlier here this evening. If you're just tuning in, Mitchell Whitlow out here tonight. He's in street clothes over on the bench, as is Caden Williford. Now up top, Dale looked at it. DeShazo left wide open from downtown. His shot too strong. Rebound loose and into the corner to Jackson Gill. Anderson going to retake it. And that's a good start for the Trojans, rebounding a little bit better. That's been an issue, as they're looking to make it 2 in a row in district play, their second win on the season, that would be. Now Bennett Blackerby dribbles to his left, loses the ball, and it's going to be taken away by Lake Travis. Dribbled into traffic and it was stripped away. Driving baseline now is Chudy. He gets all the way to the cup, lays it up and in. Lake Travis trails by 1. Now here's DeShazo facing up with it, driving to his right, gets it to Bennett. Tough defense up top from Chudy. Bennett v. Bennett. Now into DeShazo. Stops. Back out to Gill, pass fake, now back out to Bennett Blackerby. First 3 minutes gone. Now here's Dale. Puts it on the deck. Back to Blackerby. Bennett off to Gill on the left side. They get it up to Fred. Back to Blackerby. Zips it across to Gill. Gill going to catch and shoot. Knocks it down. Jackson Gill. That's a good sign for him to knock down his first triple, as he has been a streaky shooter thus far this season, but now Anderson leads it by a couple possessions. It's 10-6. DeShazo doing a good job there on Nuff. They get it back out to Bennett Chudy. So Trojans up to double figures first. Now they get it inside. Kick into the corner. Some good defense from Anderson here on this possession. Halfway through the first quarter. Catch and shoot triple for Greer is good. Just a sophomore, already tapped with 4-star potential. Looking for Campbell Duncan inside, but Gill will just go back out to Dale instead. That's going to be a foul up top going against Hunter Duran. First of the ball game on either team. Here's Blackerby. Stepping back. Chudy defending him. Let's see who is the best Bennett here tonight. So here's Campbell Duncan driving baseline. Kicks to the corner to DeShazo. Puts one dribble down. He's going to try and go back out to Duncan. Diving to the floor to save it and finding it. And unfortunately there for Anderson, they called a timeout. Good coaching decision for Coach Pittsford, but he just happened to have Fred Dale wide open underneath right as they were being given the timeout. So 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. Anderson has started hot. We've seen them start hot in a few games. See if they can keep it going. It's 10-9. Both teams feeling it from outside already. Each with Anderson with 2 triples, Lake Travis with 1. Lake Travis, a lot more size than Anderson here. So that's something to watch out for the Trojans. Going to have to play some fundamental basketball, box out, try and get position underneath, draw fouls, go at them. A lot of times officials will give smaller guys the whistle over bigger guys. DeShazo with it. He's got a good amount of on-ball reps here in this early part of the game. 5 minutes gone in the first. They get it to Campbell Duncan. He's posting up Tapkin. Trying to go somewhere with it. He'll have to get out of the lane. Fred Dale. Now Bennett Blackerby. Pass up to Campbell, and then the ball is loose. Campbell's going to get it back. He'll dribble it up the court, back to Bennett Blackerby. Now zip it across court to Jackson Gill. He's going to drive into the paint. Floater, no good, off the front of the rim. Lake Travis clears it, and they're coming the other way. Hunter Duran with it for the Cavs. To the right, now up top to Greer. Jab step. Crossing over, spinning on Gill. Jackson holding his own. The shot's no good. It's just tough. He worked him all the way inside, but was able to force an erratic shot. Now back up top, Greer. Shot fake, got by him. And can't get the roll on the dunk. It's going to go out of bounds off of Lake Travis. Here's Duran. Gets it into Tapkin, now up top. They go right back to him with the mismatch underneath, and we're going to have a foul going against Jackson Gill. Is that? That's A.J. Abrams. Hi, A.J. Abrams. I loved you when I was a kid. I wonder what he's wearing a ref shirt. Is he a ref? How fun. Staying in basketball. As we have is this a tech? We have, looks like DeShazo on the push. But they were chatting with each other. That ref is not happy with those two, DeShazo and Tapkin. For those of you who don't remember, A.J. Abrams, very good, UT standout in the late 2000s, war number 3. I think he went to McNeil. (10-9), 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pass it in to Jaden Thomas, who's just checked in. They were looking to go to the corner, but Chudy cut. And Thomas doesn't like the call, so maybe Anderson getting away with one. Fred Dale going to pass it into Bennett Blackerby, 1:46 to go here in quarter number 1. 2 team fouls going against Anderson, just 1 against Lake Travis in the early going. Tapkin ready to check back in. Thomas goes and just takes it right away from Blackerby, but Bennett is there on the fortuitous bounce. He's going to drive in, lose it again, and finally loses it for the last time, as coming into the front court is Greer. Cavaliers pushing. And Greer got away with a push out there, and now they're going to call a foul on the loose ball against Anderson. Was it a bit of a flop for Dale? Sure. These officials are having to police a lot of basketball here early. The refs are telling Coach Pittsford to stop yelling, but he's yelling at his team. You can tell he's yelling at the players. But anyway, Lake Travis with the ball. Over with it on the right side is Duran. He's going to pull up from the elbow. Lake Travis can't connect there. Jackson Gill with the board. Pass ahead to Bennett Blackerby. Bennett back to Gill. Driving in. Kicks to the corner. Fred Dale left open for a triple. Dale can't connect, and the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. 22, Simon Knuff with it. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 1. As Greer. Crafty. Step back triple. No good. Rebound goes to Gill. As you'll have to keep an eye on it as Greer coming for it. And Anderson just can't get the whistle on those here early. Refs letting them play on. I think that's the right decision. 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. Passes it into Campbell Duncan. Nearly got whistled for the 5-second violation there. Under 25 seconds. As Bennett resetting the count, crossing over. As he's just going to hold on to it. 15 seconds left. 13 seconds left. Defense from Duran. Gets it off to Campbell Duncan. He's going to drive in, try to go back out with it, but nobody stayed out on the perimeter. It's going to be a turnover. 4.3 seconds. Lake Travis will have a chance to take the lead before the quarter ends. DeShazo getting ready to check in. Darby going to check out. This game is, I don't know. It's been a little all over the place to start on both teams. Having issues at the scorer's table, but anyway, they try to get it in. DeShazo going to pick it off. He'll have a chance for a heave. And just unable to get the follow is Carl Burns, who checked in there at the end of the quarter. So Anderson here at the end of the first quarter, they have a lead. It's 10-9. 8 minutes towards the end of the second half, and I said this against whoever. Who was it? Westlake. It was against Westlake. Anderson is not a team that has the talent to just come in and score, 80 points in a game. Obviously, that would be almost unheard of to come in and score 80 points a game. But they're not a team that's going to be able to just come and outscore you and outpace you and that sort of thing. Their weakness is in half-court offense. Their strength is in defense. So if they want to draw out these games and stay in them, they're just going to have to win rock fights. Especially in a game where you're down key pieces like Caden Williford and Mitchell Whitlow. Those are guys who can space the floor. Williford, a solid defender. Mitchell Whitlow is a guy who has shown this year that he is willing and able to create his own shot. So when you don't have a guy like that, especially even when you have a guy with Mitchell Whitlow in the lineup, you're still going to have to defend and grind teams out and slow it down and play a defensive-minded brand of basketball. Right now, Lake Travis on pace to score 36 points in the game. Obviously, they're probably going to end up scoring more than that. This is a very, very talented Lake Travis team. One of the better teams in the city. However, if you could just get them on an off night, if you can force them into tough shots, if you can hope on some missed three-point luck, you can stay right in games, and that's what Anderson has done to this point. And right there, another good defensive possession to force a miss from Jayden Thomas, that layup where he's fading away from the basket. That's a good defensive possession. That's a shot you like if you're Anderson. The ball goes out of bounds, they get the rebound, and now they have the ball with the lead, 10-9. If you score 10 points, if you score 40 points in a game, you're probably not going to win a ton. But if you can just play excellent defense, you're going to give yourself a chance, and that's what Anderson has done tonight. It's what they did against Westlake down to the final stretch of that game. But here's DeShazo back out to Gill. Put it on the floor, and pass into Burns, not there. But I like the idea. Here's a pass ahead and a foul in transition, saving a layup as DeShazo fouls Tapkin. Ten to 9 still. 7:19 to go in the half. Burns going to check out. Darby going to check in. And DeShazo out. So now it's Dale, Gill, Blackerby, Darby, and Campbell Duncan. They pass it in. Good position. Dale straight up and forcing another miss. Fred Dale going to take it all the way in, slowing it down and pinned off the glass. Nice chase down from Jaden Thomas as Dale served it up on a silver platter. And now coming up ahead is Greer, and this is going to be a foul on the floor. Scoreboard is wrong. They never scored. There we go. It was 10-9. That basket, he made it, but it was on the floor, so no basket. Now here are the Cavaliers. Beagle with it. Driving in on Jackson Gill. He's stuck under the basket. He stepped out of bounds. Keep your arms straight up. And the officials have been rewarding Anderson for that here tonight. So here's Blackerby. Still just the one triple. Is Campbell Duncan going to try and catch and shoot? That's well off. As now here comes Durham the other direction. Lake Travis still looking for their first lead of the game. He zips it in to Tapkin. Dale defending. Turns, jump hook, left it short. Greer with it. And he's going to be fouled and the basket.
I'm telling you, baby, if you go find him, he's never going to touch the paint. I'm telling you, that is 160-pound soaking wet.
Missed the free throw. Rebound to Campbell Duncan. He hit the ground. Are they going to call this a travel? That's rough. He was knocked down by Jaden Thomas. They collided in the air. Campbell Duncan had no chance. And that's the 16th foul against Anderson. Still just one against Lake Travis. As they get it into Beagle. So here's Tapkin working on Darby. They got it back outside. Beagle going to try the triple. That's left short. Rebound goes to Campbell Duncan. Bennett Blackerby goes behind the back. Nice move into Campbell Duncan. Got him in the air. Layup. Good to go. Good move there from Campbell Duncan to avoid the defender, get the layup, and take the lead right back for Anderson. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay here. Second quarter here, 5:40 to play. Right now, Campbell Duncan, the leading scorer for your Trojans. 4 points for him in the game. Blackerby with 3. Gill also right there with 3. And there's only 2 more points left on the board, so I'll give Charlie DeShazo the shout out for also being in the scoring column with 2 points. Anderson leads it 12-11. 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. As here's Beagle. Kicks it back up top. Thomas going to drive in on Fred Dale. Chicken wing there, and he got it to go. You can see the arm extend, no call. 13-12. Now Bennett Blackerby in the corner. Stepping back, he's going to rise up. No good there. Campbell Duncan on the board. Back over to Gill. They find Blackerby once again. Tapkin defending him. Bennett shakes him and a foul called. That one's going to go against Greer. They find Campbell underneath with position, and that shot's blocked away by Chaz Beagle. As he finds Thomas, Euro step all the way to the cup, no good. Tip no good, rebound no good. Dale takes it away. And now here comes Bennett Blackerby for the Anderson Trojans. He's going to pull up in transition. Shot's no good, rebound goes to Campbell Duncan. There was one Trojan with 4 Cavaliers, and the Trojan came up with it. That's knocked out of bounds off of Thomas. As Darby instigating. Is that a tech or a warning? Ah. Boo, just a warning. How lame. But here we go. Lake Travis with the ball. Thomas inbounds it to Beagle. Greer putting it on the floor, turns, spins, off balance, no good, and that's got to be a foul on Greer, yeah. Campbell Duncan's giving him a hard time. Sorry for the shaky camera. A group of youths are trampling around the stands here. So here's Bennett Blackerby off to Gill on the right side. They get it up to Fred Dale. Now here's Bennett Blackerby. Crossing, losing, back to Gill. Count resets. Here's Gill all the way in. Dumps it off to Burns. One dribble, blocked. Rebound out, and Gill's going to come away with it. Jackson steps into it, knocks it down. Jackson Gill's second triple of the ball game is on his second attempt, I believe. 15-13, Anderson with a 2-point lead halfway through the second quarter. It's been extremely back and forth, as now driving in nearly a steal opportunity there, but they find it in. Burns takes it away. Now Anderson with the 2-on-1 and a foul on the loose ball as Burns was trying to recover it. He did. Lake Travis fouled him. So now the foul total catching up a little bit. Anderson with 6, Lake Travis that being their 4th. Fred Dale ready to inbound the ball, but Campbell Duncan going to check in for Bennett Blackerby. Here's Fred Dale. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Puts it on the ground. Gill looked at the three. He's going to take it inside instead. Back outside. Campbell Duncan open in the corner. His shot's no good. Hasn't been able to find the range here today. Burns there defending in the backcourt. There's a pass inside. Good position. Teddy Tapkins spun off Dale for his second bucket of the game. He's got 4 points. The game is tied. 15 apiece. 3 minutes to go in the half. Here's Fred Dale. Looking for Gill, they find him. Back to Duncan. Gill hesitated. He's going to drive in the floater. No good off the glass, but Carl Burns able to save it, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Carl is all over the floor, man. You have to love a player like that. This one's been nasty. A real salty ball game. As Burns and Darby are in with Gill, Blackerby, and Campbell Duncan now for Anderson. Hunter Duran bringing it up. Beagle with it along with Thomas, Tapkin, and Greer. So those are the 10 out there right now. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Greer, no good. Man, Lake Travis competes on every rebound. They're always flying in, batting around, making a lot of contact as they, what a cross-court feed. Darby can't get it to go. Rebound loose, and a foul is going to go against Campbell Duncan. That will be free throws. As that skip pass from Bennett Blackerby was insane. In NBA world, the Brooklyn Nets scored 91 points in a half. That is gross. Defense wins championships, kids. I think they were talking about baseball when they said that. So here's Chaz Beagle, which, I mean, all-timer. Great name. First foul shot is good. One for two. So a lob, a nice pass up ahead to Gill. Gill into the corner. One more pass to Blackerby. He's going to drive in, takes the contact, can't get the roll. Rebound out of bounds. That should stay here, and it does. So Anderson will have possession. Lake Travis has the lead. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Gill finds Duncan. Campbell right there. And the timeout for Lake Travis as Anderson takes the lead right back. It's 17-16. 2 minutes to play here in half number 1. This has been a fun game. I'd like to thank you for tuning in on the broadcast. Anderson leads at 17-4, 17 fouls for the Trojans, just 14 fouls for Lake Travis. I'd like to thank our sponsor on today's broadcast, Harry Breen and Herman Trial Attorneys. They have been around for a long time. They're one of the longest running Anderson sponsors, and we thank them for making these broadcasts possible. And indirectly, thank me thanking them for their employment of me. But after the full timeout, both teams coming out for 2 or more minutes of action. We are fairly even here tonight. Anderson just defending the lights out here through the first 14 minutes of action. And Lake Travis has 16 points. As now bringing the ball up is Hunter Duran for Lake Travis. Looking for Greer, their go-to guy. Shazo defending, he's close on him. Lake Travis has a lot of guys who try to post up and get their look at the basket. They've got a lot of size on Anderson, and that's an instance of it as Teddy Tapkin just moving Jackson Gill a few steps back and getting an easy layup as Jackson. Just throw your body to the deck there. Maybe you draw a charge, but either way it's going to be a basket, so. Try to draw a foul, pick it up, force a turnover, get the ball back. But nonetheless, Anderson trails by 1 now, minutes ago. As now Anderson, you can see what they're doing here. Slowing it down, eliminating possessions. The fewer times that everybody touches the ball, the lower the score, the more it benefits Anderson. Blackerby can't connect, rebound to Shazo. Dale nearly had it, and now he almost does. It's up loose on the floor again. This is the effort. You just high effort, high intensity for Anderson. They left Greer in the corner. They didn't look at him though. 40 seconds left. They get it inside. Pass off to Greer. Gets it to go. Anderson trailing by 3, 30 seconds left. Coaching staff hoping to hold for the final shot. Pass across to Gill. Under 20 to play. Back to Bennett. Under 10 to play. They get it to Gill again. Gill going to drive to the baseline. Got stuck in the air, and they're going to get a push. But it will be on the floor, so 4.6 seconds for Anderson to draw something up and, score points. As here's Gill, getting ready to inbound it for Anderson. Gill gets it to Blackerby. Bennett, sidestep. Shot's no good. Rebound goes to Lake Travis, and that'll be the quarter. That'll be the half. So 20-17, Anderson had a lead for a good chunk of that first half. It was a very back and forth ball game. But that'll do it for us here in the first half. back in out of the half. About 90 seconds before both these teams will be out here, hopefully getting some shots up before. But we've got this fun youth game. I hate to say it, be an unbiased broadcaster, but the white team is really dominating this one. Or I should say white, but these are reversible jerseys, and the bright red of the other reverse side makes it look like it's a red team versus a sweet pale pink team, which is nice. You don't see a lot of that. I feel like most teams are, blue or red, perhaps even green, black, white, but these guys have a sweet shade of pale pink. Kind of like the those absolutely delightful Washington Wizards uniforms that are situated for this season in the NBA's ever-revolving door of alternate uniforms. But we are here at halftime. Right now, Anderson playing their game, looking good so far. Need some more shots to fall, but if you're like Travis, you could say the same thing. Anderson forced them into a lot of tough looks, and they also had some that they just plain missed. So we'll see what unfolds here in half number 2. Right now, Gill and Duncan leading the way with 6 points apiece. This is one where you're really missing Mitchell Whitlow. But the bench guys have stepped up and played well on the defensive end especially. As it stands, Fred Dale, the only starter not in double figures for the Trojans. But for Campbell Duncan, he's got 6 points, all of them inside. Anderson, well, good. They put some time up back on the clock so these guys don't have to come in cold from halftime. Both getting shots up. Some of these threes starting to fall. Looking for Campbell Duncan's outside shot. He's looked for it a couple times. He's missed pretty badly on both occasions, so he can just step up and knock a few of these down, see a few of these drop. I like that for his rhythm going into the second half. Is if you're out of rhythm, you're not going to play well. And that's what makes the greats great, is they can still impact the game, even if their shots aren't falling. But now 2 minutes left until we get back to it. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast once again. Hopefully we are able to connect a little bit better. I know it's been spotty. It's just a brutal internet connection out here. But we've got it to work. We've got it to connect at some level. Our QAs are reporting us live, which means in some capacity we are live and on air. And if you can't get it, it's just a tough combo. Bad connection here, maybe a bad connection at your place of residence, or maybe you're watching it like, at work if you're working late at Starbucks. But anywho, we do apologize for that. We know that at the bare minimum you expect a product on the air. And we've gotten that to the best of our ability here tonight. We are a streaming-based company, so ask your friends and players here who had to talk about it. I quite literally have 0 bars, and our hotspot had 0 bars. But we were able to figure it out and work on it. But if you're a streaming company and you can't connect to the internet, well, it's not a good recipe. But now under a minute to go on the halftime clock. Both of these teams are getting ready to come out and compete for a second half of basketball, quarters number 3 and 4. But some of these guys have stepped up. Still not a lot of points scored in the game, but to get 6 points from Jackson Gill in the first half, Charlie DeShazo adding in a bucket. But at this point, you just need more from Bennett Blackerby. Lake Travis, the scouting report is out on Anderson at this point. They know Bennett is a guy that they're going to look to score some points, score points in bursts, score points in chunks. So it's been clear that they've done their best to limit him and limit his touches offensively, or if not limit his touches, limit his looks at the basket. Bennett, for a lot of the time that he has had the ball, he's been being hounded out on the perimeter, which is hardly a place to get a good look. But it will be Trojan basketball to start. Down by 7, Jackson Gill to inbound. Our final 2 quarters of basketball before we sign off for 2022. Brought a lot of games. Called a lot of Anderson basketball in 2022, back in January, February, and even into March. Don't mean to brag, but did have a couple games in March. As here's Gill. As he lobs it into Duncan Campbell. He's not even going to come down with it. That's a bit of an alley-oop. So Anderson within 1 as they start the first and second half with a made basket. As Bennett Blackerby, I believe, made the first basket of the game for Anderson, as he hasn't scored since. As all the way to the cup is Greer, can't connect but gets his own board. And are they going to call this on Blackerby? Interesting. As Greer created all the contact, Bennett still up grimacing. And nonetheless, Greer to the line for 2. Makes 1. So here's Dale. Back to Blackerby. Anderson trailing by 2 now with the free throw. 21-19. Gill going to catch it, drive baseline, go back out. Was maybe looking for Blackerby, but I think it might have been to DeShazo, and Bennett thought it was to him. Blackerby with it now. Caught in the air, kicks it to DeShazo. Charlie going to drive in, pull up. No good. He had a defender waiting in the lane. Throws it off, and it ricochets inbound. So a good effort there by Charlie DeShazo. Just couldn't quite come up with the basketball. Now driving in and cutting off that drive, Hunter Duran. Now here's Greer into the paint. He skies in, contorts his body, lays it up and in. Cavs by 4. I believe that's their largest lead of the ball game. But here comes Bennett Blackerby for the Anderson Trojans. Back to DeShazo. Now here's Dale. Fred lobbing it into Campbell Duncan. They forgot about him. He won't put it on the dribble, but he got blocked. Now batted away. Now into the hands of Jackson Gill. Now DeShazo. Now to Dale, and Anderson resets. Campbell shot fake into the paint, and a foul on the floor going against Lake Travis. Campbell opting for more of a finesse move when coaching staff was telling him, go power. Drive your way into him. As the pass underneath is not there, DeShazo can't collect it. And now he knocks it out of bounds. It's going to go the other way. So Lake Travis maintains possession off the DeShazo deflection. So 6 minutes to go, 23-19. Here come the Cavs. Back out. Now Duran, no. The Cavaliers playing a little bit of keep away. So they pass it inside. Now dishing it off, that's Greer. Blackerby, pocket pass. Campbell Duncan gets it to go through a lot of contact. Good bucket there for Campbell. He's into double figures with 10. Greer with 12 to lead the game. It's 25-21. Here's Duran looking just to get rid of it, and he does to Greer. Greer putting it on the ground. He's going to get into the paint. Kills his dribble. Tried to just throw it up. And that's going to be a traveling violation going against Greer. 25-21, 5:18 to play here in the third quarter. As Dale's going to check out. Burns back in. So it's DeShazo and Burns along with Gill, Duncan, and Blackerby. Bennett, the one with the ball now. He passes ahead to Gill. Jackson hadn't really looked for his shot much in this half. Back to Blackerby. Euro step all the way to the cup. A beauty of a move, and he can't get the roll. Rebound goes to Lake Travis. As it's just been one of those nights for Blackerby, as he's had a few nearly go down, but not quite, as Greer ends up with it. And I heard the slapping sound from here, as you can't get a whistle on that, but Hudson Greer is there on the follow. You can tell he's going to be a particularly fine player one day. His offensive skill set a little bit raw in his 10th grade year. I mean, he's like 15 years old, so can you blame him? As here's DeShazo. Back to Burns, now back to Blackerby. Thomas in defending him. Crosses to his right, gets all the way to the basket, lays it up, and a foul. So Lake Travis pulling away with it a little bit here in the third quarter. Anderson still hanging tough. Blackerby heads to the line for 2 foul shots. Cut it to a 4-point game. Too strong on that one. It's Campbell Duncan really stepping into his role. Was one of the key pieces on this team as he bats that rebound out, as Blackerby can't connect on either. It's a frustrating night on the offensive end for Bennett Blackerby. As they just don't have enough size to deal with that. It could be a basket on every play if they look to it. So here's Campbell Duncan. Got caught in the air over to Burns. Now back up top to Blackerby. Bennett catching and shooting. That's actually, we'll call that a pass to Campbell Duncan, and one. Yeah, and one. Great. Looked like the motion of the official made me think it was an offensive foul for a moment, but that shot will go. And wink, wink, that's a pass from Bennett Blackerby. No air balls here. As DeShazo will check out, Campbell Duncan, 12 points on the game. And it remains at 12. As that's going to be a foul going against Burns on the rebound. Six-point game, 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Stuck with it under the basket, then fire it out to Thomas. He's going to put it on the floor, and that's an offensive foul. He lowered the shoulder into Fred Dale. So Anderson forces the turnover, gets possession back. They trail by 6. So here's Darby. Off to Fred Dale. Fred wisely holds the pass. He gets it off to Jackson Gill. Blackerby flashes. Crosses over. He'll pull back. Some good defense here by Hunter Duran on the Anderson guards here tonight. So here's Gill in the corner. Looking for Campbell Duncan. Campbell back to Gill. Gill going to take a deep three and connect. That one in front of the scorer's table as Jackson Gill cuts it to a 3-point game. Here's Greer all the way to the basket, and he lays it in. Now here's Gill, back to Dale. He'll put it on the floor, all the way to the cup, takes the contact, and he'll head to the line for 2. So Jackson Gill is seeing the ball. He's seeing the rim tonight from 3. He's got 3 threes. He's got 9 points. And I would say just keep letting him shoot. 31-26. Fred Dale with a chance to tack on 2 points. This would be his first points of the ball game. Is Fred short there on the line drive? Is Anderson? I don't think they've hit a free throw tonight. I think they're 0 for 5, 4? As that one rolls in. Almost slipped out, but he got the roll. So 1 point for Fred Dale makes it a 4-point game. Because now they're looking for Greer. He's going to drive in at Campbell Duncan. And again, you're seeing a lot of extended forearms going for Lake Travis here. Thomas got away with one in the first half. Greer getting away with one there. You can see the arm fully extend. And once you get to that point, it ceases to be a blocking foul, despite no matter what the guarding position of either player. As Greer misses the free throw. So 2:30 to play, 31-27 left in the third quarter. As Greer goes 1 for 2, he's up to 17 points. As Greer already nearly as good as advertised. I mean, a 4-star player at just sophomore, as Darby's going to be able to come away with this, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Anderson. So frantic pace will slow down. Anderson will be able to take it out, but what I've noticed a lot from Greer is he is just way more athletic than everybody on the court. He's gone in, he's missed a layup, but then he gets it right back and lays it in. So he'll get a miss and then a make. Is Campbell Duncan going to catch and shoot, rimming out. So 32-27 is Greer using that size and that jumping ability to his advantage as he drives in. Floater dumps it off, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. I believe that should be on 22, Fred Dale. No, they're going to get Darby. Chudy is making the argument that it's on the shot, but looks like it will be on the floor. So Darby out, DeShazo in. 5-point game. As we have a foul in the paint, this is going to go against Campbell Duncan.
Don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. Smart, Campbell.
5 team fouls apiece. So it should be a free throw heavy fourth quarter, which doesn't benefit Anderson, as they have not hit their free throws here tonight. They get it to Greer. Now back up top. Enough with it, they get it back out to Chudy. Now Greer, he's going to catch and shoot, and that's going to be good. Plus a foul on the floor as the whistle is flying for Anderson. That's the third foul on this possession. It's going to be a 4-point play at least. Why is he shooting? The basket should count. They blew the whistle after he shot it, but I don't understand why the other Cavalier player would be shooting. And that's Anderson's 6th team foul. There we go. So Duran. They get it inside. It's Tapkin. He's going to go Campbell Duncan. Campbell hits the floor. And there it is, every time, every single time. You can disagree with it, you can agree with it. I don't love it at all, but any time that someone is posted up and then the defensive player just hits the deck, it's been an offensive foul, every single time. So anytime you get posted up, just hit the deck, they're going to give you the whistle. They shouldn't, but that's the rule. And that's their interpretation of the rule. As here's Blackerby, puts it on the floor, passes it into DeShazo, nice feed, gets the layup to go. So Bennett able to work in some miraculous passes here in this game. It's 35-29. As here's Greer, fresh after making his first three of the game. Driving in Campbell Duncan, dishes it off, batted into the air. Campbell Duncan comes out with it. Nice play by Bennett Blackerby, and a foul going against Lake Travis. So Anderson hanging tough. We've, they are 1-3. They've been able to hang tough in all their games, just not quite able to get the job done in a lot of these, but they've shown that they can play with anybody in this district. Just got to put together a few wins. Just win some of those 50-50 games, You need to win that next one against Aikens. You need to win probably when you go on the road to Del Valley again. Some of these middle-of-the-pack teams, like I believe they play Dripping Springs next, who's 1-3. That's a win game you should really look at winning, But at the top, you can excuse a loss to a Westlake or a Lake Travis as the rebound goes to Anderson, as that was a 1-1. Is Campbell Duncan going to fire from three? He's going to drop that in. Campbell Duncan's up to 15 points. Anderson has it back down to a three-point game. It's 35-32. Is now driving into the paint. Good defense from Duncan. He gets the rebound. As here's Gill, off to Blackerby. 25 seconds to play in the third. Anderson could try and tie with a three, or cut it to one with a two-point shot. Here's DeShazo, back to Dale, looking for Gill, back to Blackerby. Bennett driving in, and they're not going to be able to get the shot off as Gill just heaves it. That's good, but it will not count. So fourth quarter, as we've got a doozy. 35-32, extremely low scoring, but Anderson able to hold off the onslaught from Lake Travis there in the third quarter to keep it to a one-possession game as we enter the fourth quarter. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into the broadcast tonight. I want to thank our sponsors on the broadcast as well. We want to recognize one of our longest and most loyal sponsors, the personal injury trial firm of Harry Breen and Herman. Mike Anderson Basketball, they understand what it takes to fight and win. Unlike the poser attorneys you constantly see on TV, Breen and his team are real trial attorneys who have actually tried cases to real juries and won record-setting verdicts in the courtroom. They care about their clients in real life, not on TV. They have delivered hundreds of millions in settlements to injured folks in Austin. And Sean Breen has seen his share of victories at Anderson as well, as he and his brother played basketball, as did all four of Sean's sons. If you find yourself in the difficult situation where you or a loved one has been hurt and need a real trial attorney, call Sean Breen at Harry Breen and Herman. Misplaced my water bottle. Lake Travis ball to start the quarter. Greer with it up top. Passes it in. That's Beagle, Blackerby defending. He's posted up, he's behind the basket. Just gonna have to try and get rid of it, and he does. Tapkin with Dale. Jump hook, no good. Good defense there from Fred Dale to not let him get position on him. Both teams in the bonus. Bennett Blackerby taking the ball up for the Trojans. He lobs it up, finds Dale streaking to the basket. Turnaround is blocked. Now here's Greer. Finds Thomas, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for two. Fourth quarter, 32-35. Lake Travis with the lead. This game just blowing by. It's been a quick one. Fast-paced. Free throw, no good. As what I've seen with Thomas, I've kind of seen with Greer. Obviously, I think Greer has some more top-end ability, but Thomas, he's got a lot of offensive rebounds, but his touch around the basket hasn't been excellent tonight. But he knocks in 1 for 2. You can't go empty from the line. It's 36-32. Gill lost it. Lob ahead, it's Greer. Finds the streaking Tapkin, and he gets it to go. We've seen this a lot from Anderson, as they get it just close enough, and then they start to lose it, just with self-inflicted mistakes. So here's Gill, as they know you got to get a hand up on him now. Pass inside to Duncan's knocked away, and here come the Cavaliers. They lead by 6. Thomas on the short corner. Now Thomas nearly lost it. Into the corner, they lob it in to Beagle. Spins onto Shazo, can't get it to go, gets his own board. Gonna go back up with it, and this time he'll connect. That's happened a lot tonight. They miss, but they get their own board. The offensive rebounding killing Anderson here tonight as Lake Travis has blown it up to an 8-point lead, 40-32. A quick 5-0 run to start the fourth quarter, 6:18 to play in the ball game. I just want to highlight near a fault line. No earthquake, just the obnoxiousness of youth. Those were the days. I loved to stomp when I was a child, so I understand it, but I also understand how it made my parents feel. But here's Bennett Blackaby as that pass is knocked away and just batted out of bounds. As right out of the timeout, Anderson just comes and quickly turns it over without, just on their first pass, as that's happened a lot this year. Six minutes left, Lake Travis with the lead and the ball. As here's Thomas going to drive baseline, and you're going to call a foul on the floor on that. Box out here. First free throw, no good. Dale gets the rebound. There's a double coming on Blackerby, as again, the ball is tipped. Greer nearly come up with it. Now Campbell Duncan, he's stuck in the corner. Tries to split the double team, and he loses the ball. There's a beautiful feed there by Beagle. The pass is the highlight on that play. Pass across to Bennett Blackerby. See, they wait for the double to come. Don't do that. Now here's Campbell Duncan driving baseline as he stepped out of bounds. As we are in the unraveling period of the ball game for Anderson. As they get it to 3, they get it to 2, they get it to 4. But that's as close as they've been able to come. comes Greer. Had it knocked away, but Beagle came up with it. Now here's Thomas on the right side, back up top. Get it to Tapkin. Greer left open. Ball batted out of bounds by Campbell Duncan. It'll stay here. See, the thing is, those aren't my kids. Those kids don't know me. So if I say, hey, could you please stop stopping? It's messing with my broadcast. I feel like they're just going to do it more and more. So I'm going to let that sleeping dog lie. And we're going to keep it moving. And continue to apologize for the earthquakey conditions at Lake Travis High School. Here's Greer as Lake Travis just burning some clock now, nearly halfway through the quarter. As Thomas just throws it right into the hands of the waiting DeShazo. Charlie going to take it in, have it blocked. Campbell Duncan going to get the board. He's going to put it on the floor one time, and he's fouled going up. These Lake Travis kids, exactly. They are really selling out for the block, as anytime an Anderson player has put it on the floor, they've got them in the air. 18 fouls apiece, 42-32. Free throw no good. Sanderson. I have a feeling they're going to be shooting a lot of free throws and running a lot of lines next practice. There's no way they still call them suicides, right? No way. I think I just missed the cutoff of being able to call it that. But that's what they were called when I was in school, and I'm sure it was for a lot of you. But I'm sure they don't say that anymore. Probably for the best. But Campbell Duncan goes 0 for 2 here as the free throw woes continue for the Trojans. Back outside. Halfway through the fourth. It's like Travis Contention is working around the perimeter. So here's Thomas. And they were just working it around. Duran with it, back to Thomas. Now they're going to look in at Greer, but back out. And that's a backcourt violation. Duran arguing that he was across, his arms were across, his feet were still firmly in the backcourt. Category 5. No, that's Hurricanes. Magnitude, whatever. 42-32. See, he's waiting for the trap to come, and every time it's worked. As Campbell Duncan knocks it away, gets it, saves it. Nice play by Campbell Duncan. Here comes Jackson Gill, crosses to his right. Back to Duncan. They had Blackerby in the corner. Instead, they're going to try and force feed Dale, and instead it'll be a foul, and free throws coming the other way. So you can't win if you can't score points, and you can't score points if you don't even get shots off. So the key here for Anderson is just a heave behind your head from half court is a better shot than a turnover. So get a shot off, and that's a better possession than a turnover. As Greer goes 1 for 2. It's about 50% from the free throw line tonight. So here's Blackerby once again waiting for the double to come, as that's going to be a kick ball out of bounds. Need to move the ball quickly. 3 minutes. Get into the middle of the court. Don't go to the corners. Don't wait for the double to come. Back to the middle. Here's Blackerby. Double comes. Pass is stolen away. Duncan comes up with it, puts it on the ground, goes up, and he'll be fouled. Campbell probably got away with a foul on the loose ball, but he'll head to the line for 2 nonetheless. It's the final foul to give. So both teams in the double bonus moving forward, as looks like the earthquakes will subside as the gang of hooligans has relocated. Good for the last 3 minutes. As the free throw is just not there tonight for Anderson. There goes Campbell. 16 points for him in the game. It's down back to a 10-point game, under 3 to go. Back to Beagle. Now he's looking for Duran, but he's stuck. Got to put it on the floor. Nearly 5 seconds. They find Thomas. He's going to go cross court. Is Greer going to lose it, and that's going to go out of bounds. Blue ball. So even in a game where you feel like you can see it on his face and his body language, Greer feels like he's not playing to his standard, to his best. He's got 21 points. He has half of his team, over half of his team's points. Actually, just a smidge under half. 21 to 43. And if you looked at him, you would think he was 0 for 15 from the field. That is a special kid, and he's only in 10th grade. I mean, he's just going to get better, and he's already extreme. He's been the best player on the floor tonight. But we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it here. So we'll see some bench clear a little bit for Anderson. Tyler Truss popping off that warm-up. 2:19 to play. Both teams in the double bonus. 10-point game. Will be Anderson ball out of the timeout. Trojans missing Caden Williford and Mitchell Whitlow tonight. Would be a nice player to have. But as we continue our tour of playing all of these different schools, this is a very interesting gym. Look at that roof. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. It's pretty, but it's weird. Unconventional. Honestly, I'm thinking through it. Travis is one of my favorite gyms. May not think of it with that not being a big-time basketball program, but their gym's super nice. As Gill misses that three, as Dale gets the board, Dale gets it to go, and one. So Fred Dale's first bucket from the floor. He's up to 3 points. So he's 1 for 2 from the line today. He has a chance to knock in one more. 2:07 to play. Anderson has it cut to 8. Line drive there for Fred Dale, getting it to go. 4 points in the game for Fred. Carl Burns getting ready to check in, or perhaps not. Cross court. They find Tapkin. Now Lake Travis is working it around. These are some dangerous passes. They're right on that timeline. Here's Thomas. Minute 45 to go as Blackerby fouls him, and don't hate that foul. He's been pretty much 1 for 2 from the line today. Make one, miss one. I think you'll take that gamble if you're Anderson. It's Tyler Truss. Trey 5 getting ready to check in. Misses the first. And I just want to say, go to the Houston Rockets Twitter page really quick and look at the Şengün pass they just posted. Oh my Lord. Passing is my favorite. He misses them both. Blackerby trying to force feed it. Now here's Campbell Duncan. He's blocked, and Lake Travis comes away with it. It's Chudy. Pass ahead to Thomas, and he's going to pass inside. They find Greer. Layup. 23 in the game for him. 9-point ball game. As here's Gill. Into Truss. They're going to find Gill once again. Gill going to drive in, look for a shot. Finds Campbell Duncan. Campbell losing it to the floor. Finds Gill. Gill left open. He'll put it on the ground. Back to Duncan. Campbell back to Blackerby. Bennett catching and shooting. Catching and missing. That one's going to be knocked away out of bounds. Blue ball. 59 seconds to play. Time to start firing up threes. They find Truss. As that's going to be stolen away. The length of Greer, just too much there. As here's Thomas, gets the layup to go. So Lake Travis putting that one away there. Likely the dagger, maybe a bit before that as well. As here's Blackerby, he's going to miss there. Truss couldn't come up with the board. And it looks like Anderson content to not foul. Well, no, it looks like they'll keep it up. Or at least try and force another steal. It was Greer. 47-36, looking like it may be the final score, as they're going to get Blackerby for a foul there. Two shots coming for 22. Simon Knuff, 2 points in the game for him. Pass ahead to Gill. Gets the blow by. Shot. No good. Rebound goes to Tyler Truss, and he's going to be fouled. Free throws coming. Score some points. But Anderson, once again, drives him to the brink before falling apart a little bit in the fourth quarter. I think Anderson only scored 4 points. I think it was 35-32. Oh, yeah, it was. It was 35-32 at the end of the third. The final score here is, well, we'll see, but it's 49-4 more than 32. And that's where the players know it, the coaches know it. It's inexcusable. You need to score more than 4 points in a quarter if you want to have a shot to win games down the stretch. But right now, Anderson just not giving themselves that chance. Just too many turnovers as Truss misses both. Campbell Duncan there on the rebound. Bennett Blackerby with it. So Anderson with a chance here to tack a couple more on. It's Campbell Duncan turning, spinning. Nice footwork. So you'll hang your hat on that as Anderson drops this one. 49-38 on the road. They drop to 1-4 in district play. Lake Travis improves to 3-1, and that'll do it for us until the new year. Anderson will have, I believe, another tournament to play. Cedar Ridge is a team on that list out in Round Rock. But that'll be the last district game, the last broadcast game until the new year. Campbell Duncan showing out 18 points, a good game for him on both ends of the floor. But Anderson, it's the turnovers. It's been the turnovers. Tonight they didn't hit free throws. That's an issue, but they've been a better free throw shooting team through much of the year than they showed tonight. But got to hit your free throws. The offensive rebounding, Lake Travis, obviously a very tall and athletic team, so this is just not a great matchup for Anderson, but they held it close for the first, 24 minutes? So you'll take that if you're the Trojans, but another one that they could have had that they let slip away. Anderson needs to score more points down the stretch. They need to stop turning the ball over. He just dribbled into too many traps there in the fourth. Lake Travis just had it figured out. Anderson, you've just got to get a shot up. Like I said, a blindfolded half-court behind your head heave is a better shot than a turnover. So just got to get them up down the stretch. Just get a shot up, try and get quality looks up, just stop turning the ball over. I'll excuse some bad threes and some bad mid-range pull-up shots or something, because those are shots, and that's the first step. Next game, I want to see Anderson taking bad shots down the stretch, because they be shots. But still plenty of work on, still a lot of practice. But for now, we're going to take the break and enjoy the holiday. Your various Christmases and Hanukkahs and Kwanzas and New Year's and New Year's Eves. Both are holidays in some way. Boxing Day, if you're British. 49-38 is your final score. Campbell Duncan, big game for him, 18 points to lead the way for your Trojans. Hudson Greer to lead the game, 23 points. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast for all of us at Vype Media. My name is Jack Farrell. It's been a pleasure. Not the results you wanted, but Anderson showing fight, showing that they can at least hang with anybody in their district as the schedule lightens up perhaps a little bit as we move forward. But that'll do it for us. Wishing you a Merry Christmas from myself and a Happy Holidays for all of those who do not observe Christmas. Hope you all enjoy your winter months and your time off from school. I'm going to go ahead and sign off on a Wednesday night. Anderson drops this one